Okay. Single leg takedown. Basic single leg takedown is going to look like this. Can you have your right leg a little more forward for me? Oh, sorry, left leg. I tend to be right leg dominant. So this is where it's going to be easiest. Coming in, picking that up to finish, just coming with the trip. Okay. There's so many variations on the single leg. The biggest problem that we're trying to address is putting the head below the belt. Okay, if I put my head below her belt, I'm going to get sprawled on, I'm going to get smashed. This is very common for both adults and kids. So the way I like to do the single leg to avoid that is, for one, when I shoot single leg, I always try to go lead leg to lead leg. Okay, so if she were to switch her stance, I would switch my stance. This gives me a much better chance of getting to that leg. All right. Now, I'm not stepping inside, I'm stepping outside. And what I like to do is make contact, okay? In general, people won't let me go around their back, so they'll almost always keep this arm here. If they were to let me go, I just go to their back, right? But I'm usually coming in, I want to get close. I like to go from an underhook or a body lock. I want to be close to them, all right? Now from here, I'm like an avalanche. I'm going to put my weight here on Kaylee, and my weight is going to slide down her body to get the leg. I don't have to even do a knee shot. I just need to get basically elbows to the leg. From there, and now from here, I'm going to use my head and upper body to push to lift the leg up. Once I have the leg, I'm going to slide the outside arm up and kind of guillotine their foot. And I'm going to use the other arm to grab wherever, okay? So I can step behind their foot and trip, okay? The big mistake, and I think a good way to kind of conceptualize it, you can teach it with the knee shot, but that often leads to them kind of reaching still. A way to conceptually teach this, and the mistakes you have to look out for, is that rather than bringing their body to the leg, they simply bring their hands to the leg, okay? I can't lift this, put some weight in that. It's really hard for me to lift this, and she's gonna stuff my head. Yeah, just push me down, I'm gonna get stuck. Yeah, and they're just gonna, they could choke me, which the kids can't do the standing guillotine choke in tournaments, but they can just stuff you down or even choke you. So even though it may be illegal, the ref may not even know. So if I get to here, this is where most of the single legs fail, okay? And the way I would teach it is, kids, you don't want to do this, or make some kind of comical sound, like to associate it with a kind of failed attempt, like whenever they reach like that. So it really gets into their head that this is where we don't want to be. And what they want to think about is bringing their body to the body, and then bringing their body to the leg. So I bring my chest, not my head and my hands to the leg, but I bring my chest to the leg. That allows me a good opportunity to lift. So that's the real trick, and you can make games about just doing that over and over and over again. You'll have a much higher percentage chance of them finishing single leg. We've tried doing running the pipe and stuff like that. It's very hard for kids to get that. I definitely think we've seen a higher chance if they lift the leg and then just try to trip. Sometimes they'll trip on the inside. Sometimes they'll walk to the inside, trip, and fall in the guard. All good, in my opinion, as long as they get the takedown. So one last time, I need to get inside of here. I'm getting close, and I literally fall onto the person. And sometimes they'll just knock them over, and that's great for the kids too, because sometimes just by lifting the leg that way, I get takedowns, and I see the kids sometimes can get the takedown that way as well. So one last time, I'm here, I put weight in, I push to get the leg off the ground, all the way back in onto the foot. These grips don't matter, it can be belt, even can be the arm, sometimes they'll fight you. I'm just coming behind the foot, bring them down, and I guess the last thing I should note is, when you bring them down to single leg, get on top of it. That would be another mistake the kids make. They get the single leg, and they do nothing. They're just like proud of the fact that they took them down, and the guy gets back up. So as soon as they go down, you have to sandwich them, get on top.